Hello everyone, I'm Scott Jordan. Welcome to Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master. Tonight it's Arena Championship Series Central at the Greensboro Coliseum, and the 2022 World Finals Racing Champion Brandon Vinson headlines this great group of athletes, all trying for the overall event championship. Our first competition of the night is going to be timed racing, and out first out of Fortville, Indiana, this is Zach Garner in Wildside. Nice clean quarter, has the straightaway going. Now tries to line it back up on the ramp. This is tricky, he gets it done. Nice air over the finish line. And Wildside gonna set the pace, bumps into the turn box, but no penalty there as it's after the race. 9.917 is the time to beat. Next up out of Lafayette, Louisiana, pulling to the line. This is Coty Saucier in Dragon. He's got an all-star challenge racing championship to his name. A great corner there, just inching by that turning box. Hits the brakes up on two wheels. That's going to cost him. Now he's got to climb over that race ramp to get across the finish line. 16.125 for Dragon. Pulling up the line now in her rookie year out of Christmas, Florida. This is Jamie Sullivan in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Off the line, inching her way around the pod. Not a whole lot of acceleration, but she made up for it in the straightaway. Nice brake check across the ramp and over end jump across the finish line. Good pass there by Jamie Sullivan. Time is in 10 seconds flat. Nicely done for the rookie out of Florida. Next up out of Kewanee, Wisconsin, this is Michaela Tolochka in Megalodon. Little slow jump off the line. Got it corrected around the turn. Now into the final turn, goes deep, right over by ThunderROARus. She's got to make up that time. She gets it done off the race ramp and across the finish line. Megalodon with a time here in Monster Jam time racing of 12.417. Our next competitor comes out of Clarion, Pennsylvania. This is Tony Ochs in the brand new ThunderROARus truck. Nice clean drift. Now he's going to get lopsided. Goes a little far to the right. Going to try to cut it close here. 10.417 for Tony Ochs. So Wildside still has the time to beat. And this is Brandon Tolochka. And Just Get Her Done too now with an opportunity to take the lead. He's going to knock the turning box out of the chalk line. That could be a penalty. We'll wait for our official word, but he gets up over the finish line. 16.083 for Brandon Tolochka. Next driver won the World Finals Racing Championship just 1 year ago. This is Brandon Vinson in Gravedigger. Looked like he clipped that back wheel on the pod off the start. Now he's got to go way wide up on two wheels. And Brandon Vinson, 10.708. Great brake check at the end. The final competitor is the 2022 Co-Rookie of the Year. This is John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. As the brake check goes really deep on the far side of the track, some big air clears the pod, an 8.458. So John Zimmer Jr. getting it done with a racing win, and he's going to sit right at the top of the BKT overall points standings. He's going to get 8 points with the win. As we take a look here at how we stand after one competition in Greensboro. Zach Garner with 7, Jamie Sullivan 6, Tony Ochs with 5, and Brandon Vinson with 4. John Zimmer Jr. has the lead with 3 competitions to go. He's going to try to keep it in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge and the Donut Competition when Arena in 30 returns. Welcome back to Arena in 30 with Arena Championship Series Central here at the Greensboro Coliseum. And next up is the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Each driver gets 2 attempts to wow the crowd with the maneuver using only 2 wheels. They get 2 attempts to do so. They're judged by fans in attendance on creativity and execution. Here's the top competitors, and Coty Saucier with a great wheelie up the race ramp onto the pod and right in front of Terminal Velocity. Second attempt tries for a sky wheelie, not much there, but Coty Saucier had a great combo move on that first hit, and that's going to get him a score of 6.308. Brandon Tolochka, Just Get Her Done too, comes right off the backside of that ramp into a moonwalk, not missing a beat, gets it out into a nose wheelie. So a nice combo there for Brandon Tolochka out of Wisconsin. And he comes back for attempt number 2, lining up here, trying to get maybe a sky wheelie or a popper. A huge popper there for Brandon Tolochka. Just get her done too. A little break dancing there, some crab walking action on top of the pod. He is stopped on a dime. That is incredible skill there for the young driver out of Wisconsin. What a move there for Just Get Her Done too. That's going to take the lead at 8.487. Brandon Vinson giving it a go here in Gravedigger, comes across the pod into a stoppy little edge of a nose wheelie, brings it right back into a moonwalk. I love the look of those red headlights just beaten down here on this North Carolina dirt. This is Brandon's home, trying to impress his hometown crowd here. North Carolina, well entrenched in digger country, and a nice move all the way across the pod into the moonwalk. Attempt number 2, same move, same spot. This time, more control, more throttle. He's going to fall off the pod. He's got to catch that right there at the 8-pack. That's enough to take the lead. 9.437 for Gravedigger. The current overall event leader, John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. He liked what Gravedigger did, going to try to do it better. Gets right down that ramp into a stoppy, beautiful execution. Back end of that truck up 90 degrees. Going to try to reverse it here. Not enough off the pod. Attempt number 2 gets a great popper, straightens the truck out. Great awareness there from John Zimmer Jr. And now he's got it locked into that nose wheelie, edging out across that finish line. And he's going to moonwalk it back now. Can he make it all the way down to the end of the ramp? He's going to try. He's going to run out of track and run out of room. Still keeps it going. And an 8.853 is the score for terminal velocity. Zach Garner in wild side with a nice popper, and he catches it on one wheel right at the single log into a wheelie. Unbelievable there for Zach Garner in wild side. Attempt number 2 now off the backside of that ramp, goes right up into a moonwalk, trying to get across the pod and into a wheelie. So a nice teeter-totter move for a wild side, showing off his skill out of Fortville, Indiana, into another move, tries to catch it, and this kid ain't stopping anytime soon. Unbelievable from wild side. Not enough, though, to get it done. 9.141. That means Brandon Vinson, Gravedigger, gets the win, and a nice way to add to his point total for the night, as we're going to take another look here at our BKT overall point standings halfway through. Zach Garner, John Zimmer Jr. tied with the lead. Brandon Vinson in third now with 12. Jamie Sullivan in fourth with 9. Tony Ochs, Brandon Tolochka rounding out your top 6. Overboard Motorsports representing in a big way. Zach Garner, John Zimmer Jr. are tied. Can they continue to dominate in donuts? Find out when Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master, continues after this. Welcome back to Greensboro with Arena Championship Series Central. Our third competition is Monster Jam Donuts. Fans in attendance were once again scoring based on momentum, execution, and number of revolutions. And we start with the top 3, and out first, Brandon Vinson in Gravedigger, coming off his big win of the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. He has got this thing rocking and rolling, and now he's got that sweet spot. Gravedigger chucking that North Carolina dirt back at the fans. Right there, that is a great execution for Gravedigger. Brandon Vinson, 8.842. John Zimmer Jr. trying to hang on to that overall event lead. He's coming around here in terminal velocity. Now he whips that truck. Good Lord. He whipped that thing right in front of ThunderROARus, and he's got it right in a good groove. Backside of that truck down, low center of gravity. That's what you want to see. It keeps that momentum going. And 9.485 for terminal velocity. And here is Tony Ochs in ThunderROARus, the 10-year U.S. Army veteran. He's got a great donut here, the roosting of the dirt. You can see the platform above that track on the bottom there, just getting that dirt out of the way. That gives a smooth, clean surface for these trucks to get these donuts going. And he has got a great one going round and round and round goes ThunderROARus. What a donut, and 9.720. That is enough for Tony Ochs to win the donut competition. So Tony Ochs with his first win of the day as we take another look at the BKT overall point standings. John Zimmer Jr. now in sole possession of that lead. Brandon Vinson in second. Zach Garner, Tony Ochs tied at third. And Jamie Sullivan, the rookie, with 14 points. Very impressive. She rounds out the top 5. The final competition here in Greensboro is freestyle. Each driver gets 75 seconds to perform their best freestyle run. To get a score, they have to make it through the first 15 seconds of their run. Fans, again, judging here in Greensboro, and they want to see these drivers use every obstacle on that six-sided pod. They want creativity, technical moves, and combinations, and of course, a wow moment or two. And there's a nice jump for Tony Ochs in Megalodon. Second-generation driver out of Wisconsin. Her dad, Mitch, drove the original Get Her Done truck, and now she has learned from both him and her brother, Brandon, as well as John Zimmer Sr., who is here crewing for his son, John Zimmer Jr. So Tony Ochs trying to start this freestyle competition off with a bang in the Big Bad Shark. Not a lot of air there. She keeps the momentum down. Great view of the 8-pack. We'll see if anybody takes advantage of that tonight. Now up on the single log, goes a little sideways, so a nice maneuver there from Megalodon. Let's take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. 5.482 as you see Tony Ochs come off the tire stack right onto that pod, brings the truck right back down, and that is a score to beat. Out next, the current overall event leader, John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. Another second-generation driver here out of Grandie, North Carolina. His dad, John Zimmer Sr., a legend in Monster Jam, former Gravedigger driver, former Dragon driver, now crew chief for his son. And you will find a very reoccurring theme here in that most of the drivers on this series look to John Zimmer Sr. for advice. They all consider him a great influence, including this young man right here who has grown up with John Zimmer. He doesn't call him crew chief, he calls him dad, but it has paid off big for the 2022 Co-Rookie of the Year. Little Zim now has a nice rhythm here. You hear the throttle going on in that terminal velocity truck. Had to hit the brakes, comes up over the single log. There's a whip, almost clears the pod. It's terminal velocity back up on this side of the track. Brake check, jump, almost clearing the pod again. He's getting nice air every single time out, including right here off the single log, front two tires down. Let's take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay for terminal velocity. Great air brake check, almost clearing the pod, 7.958. That is enough to take the lead. Our next driver out of Christmas, Florida in her rookie season. This is Jamie Sullivan in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Great sky wheelie there for Jamie Sullivan on her first move. Just clips the edge of that pod, gets stuck right in the middle there. Went to Monster Jam University, studied at the University of Northwestern Ohio. She has automotive and high-performance motorsports degrees from UNOH, spent 12 years in oval racing, so she has done quite a bit in her young career, now trying to extend that into Monster Jam. A little sideways, almost rolled it over, makes a nice save. Now Jamie Sullivan trying to get it done off the single log. And almost into a stop. He just comes up a little short. UNOH is the place for a lot of these new drivers and crew chiefs to go and study. They're coming right out of school into Monster Jam, and they're making an impact. And Jamie Sullivan's done that so far tonight, sitting in that 5th spot. That'll do it for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. Great sky wheelie, 7.208 for Jamie Sullivan. Coming up, freestyle continues. Brandon Vinson with a big opportunity to win the event championship. Will Gravedigger come out on top? Find out when Arena in 30 returns. Welcome back to Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master. We're at the Greensboro Coliseum in North Carolina as we continue with the freestyle competition. Next driver comes in 6 points off the overall event lead. It's Zach Garner in Wildside. Another second-generation driver out of Fortville, Indiana, the son of Jamie Garner, who is currently driving El Toro Loco in the Stadium Series. Zach has grown up in this business, and he is a heck of a driver as well. He came in, filled in for his dad in 2021, won his first career Stadium Freestyle at his home track in Indianapolis. Former Monster Jam Rookie of the Year teammates with John Zimmer Jr. representing Overboard Motorsports. Put together a nice night so far. Freestyle win could go a long way to winning that event championship. Wildside comes in, big air brake check on the far side of that pod. And Wildside now throwing it down. He has to hit the brakes again and put it in reverse. That's going to take valuable seconds off the clock. And now whips Wildside back around, coming back at the pod. Goes a little sideways over the 8-pack and a wheelie across the pod. Small track here like Greensboro, you don't have a lot of room to recover when you do things like that. That's why you see Zach Gardner hitting the brakes and trying to reset the truck. Wildside edges his way back onto the center part of the track. That will do it. Take a look at the super glue. Glue to the action replay. The big air from Wildside gets him a big score, 8.502. That is enough to take the lead. So Zach Gardner is your new leader in Monster Jam Freestyle. Next up, Brandon Vinson in Gravedigger out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. No question about it, Greensboro Digger country right in the heart of that Kill Devil Hills area. And Brandon Vinson would love to win the event championship here to show off in front of his friends and family. He trailed John Zimmer Jr. coming in this competition by 3, so he needs to take the freestyle lead here and hope somebody else knocks Little Zim down another spot. Since being a world champion crew chief in 2017, he has done pretty much everything in this sport. 2018 Rookie of the Year, a 2-time Triple Threat Series champion, the Arena Championship Series West champion last year, and of course the 2022 World Finals Racing champion. I was on hand in Orlando to call that race. It was probably the greatest race I have ever been a part of, maybe the greatest race in Monster Jam history, when Brandon Vinson beat his old friend Ryan Anderson to win the championship, and he runs right into Monster Mutt Dalmatian. That back left wheel just goes crazy into the dog, and now Brandon Vinson backing it up, trying again for something big here. He didn't like the angle. He's going back yet again. And now he's trying for the 8-pack, first attempt of the night, and he's gonna flip Gravedigger over. He's still going, and that is enough to stop the truck, but spectacular nonetheless. Take a look at the replay as Brandon Vinson guides Gravedigger slow in right here, gets a push off the back tires, just too far to the right of the wheel. 9.438, that takes the lead and could very well give Brandon Vinson the overall event championship. Here's Coty Saucier. He comes into Greensboro as the current series points leader. Fire coming out of the Dragon across the pod. That could get us some valuable points. He has had a bit of an off night so far. He has had great success so far on this series. But yet tonight, not his night. But if he wins freestyle, that gets him back some valuable points. Began driving in 2014 after a storied career as a mechanic, was the 2012 Monster Jam Mechanic of the Year, and then the 2014 Rookie of the Year. He won the Showdown. He was a rising star in the 2019 All-Star Challenge Racing winner. Another driver who learned from John Zimmer Sr. is Coty Saucier. Nice wheelie. Trying to come up center lane here, has to reset the truck end over end, front 2 tires down. And a great run here for Coty Saucier and Dragon. Take a look at the super glue, glued to the action replay. Whips the truck right around, doesn't miss a beat with the throttle and the fire coming out of the Dragon as well. On his way to an 8.212. Unfortunately, not enough to take the freestyle win. Our final competitor is Tony Ochs out of Clarion, Pennsylvania. And he is in this brand new ThunderROARus truck. It debuted in January. Colt Stevens has one on Stadium Championship Series Blue. And Tony Ochs comes over after his entire career spent driving Soldier Fortune Black Ops. Tony with 1 freestyle win so far this season. It came in Greenville. And now trying to make it 2 here. He won the donut competition earlier tonight and gets great end over end. And there clips that side of the pod. And now he's got a little room here, a little wiggle room to play with. Not much, but he makes the best of it. Look at him whip the truck over the single log. Takes a lot of creativity for a driver to do something like this move here on this track. Comes right off the pod, catches it into a stoppie, edges out into a nose wheelie, and now the moonwalk for ThunderROARus. And a 10-year veteran, the U.S. military, showing everybody how it's done. He's got the back wheels turned to the right, and he continues up the pod. Take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. Here's that dynamite nose wheelie right into a moonwalk, turns the back wheels. 8.854, unfortunately not enough to get his second competition win of the night. That is going to go again to Brandon Vinson with another win. He gets 2 on the night, gets 8 more points. As we take a look at our final BKT overall point standings, 26 points for Gravedigger. That takes the win. John Zimmer Jr. with 25, Tony Ochs with 22, rounding out the top 3. So Brandon Vinson takes over the series points lead. He gets the win, and he's on the track with Karina Encarnacion.
How does it feel to win here in North Carolina? Overall event champion.
It feels good, man. I knew I was coming here, and I just wanted to come out here and do a good job for you fans. You guys, I've been here before. I met a lot of people in the pit party that see me perform here before. I just want to come out and go 100%. Driving an old Gravedigger truck, that 1950 Chevy panel truck in the ground for you guys. I didn't have a clean backflip, but that's all right by me, man. I had a backflip to a crash. That's what Gravedigger's about. When those red headlights come on, you guys know one thing. We're going to come out here and run that truck in the ground. But I got one other thing. Hey, North Carolina! That's what I'm talking about. Can you dig it?
It's been a great night here in the Greensboro Coliseum. They are definitely digging it in the heart of Gravedigger country. So Brandon Vinson gets another overall event win. That is his second on the season. And as I mentioned, he is now the series points leader on Arena Championship Series Central. Make sure you follow us on social media for all the latest news and updates. We are at Monster Jam. And for tickets and more information, including schedule and where you can find us coming near you, please go to monsterjam.com. For everybody here in Greensboro, my co-host Karina Encarnacion, and everybody at Monster Jam, I'm Scott Jordan. Good night from North Carolina. I'll see you right here next time on Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master.